Looking down upon the Tower Bridge spanning the Sacramento River here in the capital of California. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony from the sideline. Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Friday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA?
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. Got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. Chris, what would you tell a young player that maybe a couple years ago burst onto the scene, were sensational, but have been plateauing, maybe even regressing a little bit?
I tell them success is a journey. That even if they would have won a Rookie of the Year award last year or a championship, that doesn't make them successful if they don't come with that same work ethic the next year. So if you've had a down year, that does not matter. You're supposed to learn from it and make this year better as well. So I would say get back to the drawing board, get back to working hard, watch a lot of tape, be honest with yourself, and focus on how to get better. Now, positive mentality, let's go forward.
Good direction. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. Oladipo is out there with White, and it's Carter in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for the Kings, Fox at the point with Hield to his side, they're the backcourt. Bielitsa is out there with Bagley, and it's Barnes in at the 3 spot.
Offensive rebounding is all about positioning and hustle. I mean, there, Bielitsa showed exactly how you get these additional opportunities.
There's Porter with the 3, drops in the tray.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
On offense, here are the Kings. Here's Fox. He had 19 points in the win against Denver.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
And Porter, here we go. Bagley with the block.
Out of bounds. They need that kind of defensive impact from Bagley. I mean, he's using his size and length to force opponents to be aware of him at that end of the floor.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Oladipo, good on the shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Fox. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game. Porter in the corner from downtown. It's hauled in by the Kings, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
But you also got to give credit to the offense, too. I mean, they exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Oladipo goes in, lays it up and banks it in. Oladipo's got 6 points. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Passes it to Oladipo. There's Porter with the 3. No good that time. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Oladipo against Hield. Back to Fox. Right side Bagley. Pass to Hield. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Markkanen pulls it in. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago. Porter, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, look, Porter uses his length well on the offensive glass. Remarkable at hitting the boards and coming away with the rebound.
The Kings trail by 5. Poked away, and so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Bulls.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Inside, and finish off by Bagley.
Oh, yeah, we've seen the evolution of Fox as a passer, and with every pass like that, it's obvious how far he's come.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, and with Lauri Markkanen, you know you're going to get shooting from his spot. Great release and has been efficient from range since his rookie year.
The Bulls shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
That free throw good for Markkanen. And Chris, with Markkanen, the shooting frees up the rest of his offensive game.
Yeah, and he's better than you think at going to the rim. He doesn't blow by anyone, but has the length and the hops on his drives to get a solid look while on the move.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Young's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Satoransky's checked in for Oladipo. And it's done in for White. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
The three-point shot is wet. Bogdanovich looking calm, cool, and collective whenever he pulls off.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Bazemore passes to Bogdanovich, and the Kings check on 2 more.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Joseph against Dunn. Bazemore passes to Giles. Chicago grabs the miss.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Count it, good. Satoransky's got 5. A minute 20 left in the first. Bazemore dishes to Joseph. The 11-footer, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Dunn. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
You at least got to honor Dunn's J. I mean, he's more than capable of sinking it in from those in-between spots.
And there's the pass to Holmes. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul. Alex Len's checked in for Giles. .50 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Bazemore to stop the run. Rebounded by Gafford. Chicago leading by 7. Here's Young. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Joseph, kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last.
Oh, boy, they like to redo that pass. I mean, bad way to lose a possession.
26 seconds left in the first quarter. Unloads. And that one hits back iron.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Fast break, here we go. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
For Chicago, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. Bazemore inside the three-point line. And so it's the Chicago Bulls going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And so here's Sacramento. It's a 10-point game. They get to take on the Blazers of Portland after this one. It sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Playing out there with Holmes. Then it's Corey Joseph. Then there's Bogdanovich, and it's Bazemore at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. Well, Greg, it took some time for Bogdanovich to make it over to the NBA, but you can see why he was worth the wait.
And Bogdanovich showed some flashes of his great shooting that rookie year and only improved on that last season. Still, you know, in his mid-20s, he should only continue to get better as he adjusts to the NBA.
Here's Gafford. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And it's the Kings with the ball after the Bulls pick up 2. And here's Bazemore. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 2. They get it again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And some changes here for the Kings. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Harrison Barnes comes in for Kent Bazemore. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Corey Joseph. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for the Bulls. Satoransky, bounce pass. Porter outside. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
Valentine shot, good.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Here's Fox after Denzel Valentine's bucket. Here's Barnes, and he drops it in from the low post.
Reliable score. Did you see that? Barnes is superb at getting good position and going to work from there.
Satoransky, the pass to Porter. Back to Satoransky. And here's Valentine for 3. The shot, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Bogdanovich, no luck.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit. Probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Young on the follow. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Now, here's Fox.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Bagley kicks to Fox. Sacramento again missing.
Well, yeah, Kevin, last season was not a successful one for the Bulls. I mean, they had the 5th worst record in the NBA, although it got them a nice draft pick, but it was another step in a long rebuilding process.
And for the Bulls, Chris, they had a young team and they knew it wasn't their time.
Yeah, the team decided to move on from the Hoiberg era as well, Kevin. I mean, they dealt with a lot of injuries during last season, and the team is still searching for an identity.
And he makes the first. And some changes here for the Kings. Giles checked in for Alex Len. Bielitsa comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdanovich. He hits both from the stripe. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year we're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and to see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, you know, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same
and so
stuff, yeah.
how do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids would play together, and we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that. But I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And stolen by Dunn. And now Dunn pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
An excellent defender. You can see that Dunn takes pleasure in coming up with steals.
And so Fox will bring it up for Sacramento. Outside, Bagley. And finish off by Bagley.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the
yep.
flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Yep, that one goes in there. And it's 9 points for Chris Dunn.
Oh, Kev, the main strength of Dunn's game to me is his ability to carve his way inside. So insane.
Hield the pass to Fox. Now, Bielitsa. Stolen by Markkanen. And the running. Here's Dunn. And Dunn with the slam.
A point guard with major hops. Give Dunn room to fly. He will not disappoint.
Now Fox. And Bielitsa has it in the corner. No good on the three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Bagley with the block. Hield against Dunn. Here's Giles. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Sacramento shooting their first free throws of this game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Free throw good, Giles. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He doesn't get the second one. Chicago's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Oladipo, good.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Three-pointer, Hield. That one's not going to go. And so it's the Chicago Bulls leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we'll be back with you shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, they took this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game, Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they play like starters.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Thomas Satoransky, he's really been playing well.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Chicago right now, Markkanen and Carter are up front. White is out there with Oladipo, and it's Porter at the small forward position. And last season, Otto Porter on the move, Chris, who was traded at the deadline to the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, and he has fit right in since joining the Bulls. I mean, they needed his outside shooting. Porter is still very young and can grow to be a part of this young Bulls core.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, the versatility of Porter is huge. I mean, he's an outstanding perimeter defender, in addition also to being a proven scorer.
And Porter drops them both.
Well, the new arena for the Kings looks amazing, C-Webb. Just how much has this meant to the city?
Oh, it means so much to the city, GA. I mean, ownership has been wonderful. It keeps the team here long-term. It's revitalized the whole downtown. Sacramento is a city that has thrived with the addition of this arena. And how about the fundamentals right there? I mean, Bielitsa is so skilled at keeping his balance in the face of adversity.
Here's Carter. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Barnes dishes to Fox. Porter with a block.
Lockdown defense from Porter. He extends out beautifully to come up with these type of rejections.
Chris, when Bielitsa is on the floor, he certainly gives this offense a different look.
Yeah, Bielitsa does a fantastic job spreading the floor and opening the lanes for the rest of the team. He doesn't have to play 30 minutes to make his impact felt out there on the floor. Just key stretches to free things up.
Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, of just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives, who bring an awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give him a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. A nice shot by Carter.
Oh, he's just such a terrific offensive rebounder. I mean, Carter Jr. excels at using his big body to his advantage on the glass.
Here's Fox. And here's Barnes for three. And it's White with the rebound. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Chicago. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
Barnes. And it's White with the rebound. White's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Oladipo goes in.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
So unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
That's tipped. Here's White. And White slams it in.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
The Kings have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Drains the three-pointer. Hield's got his second bucket of the night.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and crisp music. Do you think it's always been this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they're taking fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit you're going to see guys walking, especially...
God damn, man, that is beautiful. Show me that again. I mean, yeah, it's against me, but damn. Ah, man, that was orgasmic, man. Oh, that was pretty. Put a wing on that baby. You ain't getting anything better looking than that. Oh.
I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow. They have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game today. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right.
Yeah.
The Kings have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Out to the wing. Joseph with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Gafford's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the inside. And stolen by Bazemore. And now the Kings fast break. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Shoots it up. Misses off the right iron. Sacramento's gone into a slump here from three-point range. Shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
Well, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
To the wing right side. White. That's in. Coming off an assist from Dunn. White's got 8 points here in this quarter. The Kings have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. And Joseph kicks it to Bazemore. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Here's Bogdanovich, and it's blocked. And they get it back. Joseph, the pass to Bazemore. The three-pointer off the mark.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Here's Bazemore. The Bulls getting the bucket. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Alex Runs checked in for Sacramento. And a change for the Bulls. Valentine's checked in for White. Joseph has an open look. Great touch on the 16-footer. Joseph's got his first basket of the night.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
It's tipped. Shot's good by Gafford.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Yeah, it's getting to him, GA. I mean, the lack of communication, the lack of trust.
From deep three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Chicago with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They've got Kent Bazemore, Alex Len out there with Holmes. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Brewer in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now, here's Joseph, and the basket by Brewer.
And Brewer has such terrific length, which he uses expertly down inside to bury shots.
Passes it to Gafford. Back to Dunn. Here's Gafford, guarded by Len. Pass to Valentine. Shoots over Bazemore. The shot by Valentine, no good.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Now, here's Joseph. To the middle, here's Holmes, and Holmes throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Cornette. And again, no good by Chicago.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
And Holmes throws it down.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Chris, when you look around the league, who do you feel is the most universally liked player in the league?
That's a good one, because there's so many players with great stories. How about Derrick Rose? Fighting all those injuries, coming back, having a 50-point game, becoming a leader again there in Minnesota. The youngest MVP ever, watching his ups and downs. Luka Doncic. How about that guy? That's just from excitement of play. The fact that he's just infused this Dallas team with energy and fun. It's so much fun watching him. And then you got to go with the elder statesman. In other words, we call him the old head where I'm from. And that's Vince Carter. If you don't love Vince Carter, something's wrong with you, because he's the line in the sand from Dr. J, Dominique, Jordan, and those dunkers to anything that's happening today. Vince Carter, he's the man.
Farrell gets the bucket.
Well, he's not going to get an easier look than that. You don't need to double team him, but you can't leave him all alone.
He tries for 3. Dunn misses. Now the Kings with it. Big stretch here going 10-2. Shot by Joseph, no good. Chicago's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
The Kings have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And the pass to Len. In the corner, Farrell. And a miss there on the triple.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
The shot by Harrison, no good. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. From outside the arc, again the miss by the Kings. The Bulls have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Valentine shot good. The Kings shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Gafford. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
he's decided to move on from Coach Yeager last year. I mean, he did help rebuild that team. Give him credit. They felt like Luke Walton was the choice to get them to the next level.
And the first one at the line is good. And for Walton and this team, they sought him out as soon as he was available.
Yeah, and you have to like the situation he's walking into. I mean, Yeager was the longest tenured coach for the team for quite some time. Having some stability and leadership showed up in the win column during his tenure.
Harry Giles is checked in for the Kings.
Well, it doesn't have to break stride at all thanks to the money lead pass.
Here's Gafford. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Here's Joseph after Denzel Valentine's bucket. Joseph, the pass to Giles. Goes up on the high post. It's Chicago with another bucket.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
I mean, come on, fellas. Keep your head in the game. I mean, that pass should have been basic.
And the Bulls making a change here. Hutchison's checked in. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 13-5 run here. Pass to Harrison. Here's Hutchison. He's covered by Joseph. Here's Valentine. Passes it to Cornette. Just 5 on the clock. There's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Cornette's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Chicago.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. You kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
Here's Valentine. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. And the dunk by Len.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Pass to Cornette. Over Len. And Cornette gets it to go.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
Now here's Len. And it's Joseph in the corner. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
Cornette. This is the chippy right there.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.